Yeah, it's been a while, to say the least. I think the last time I actually put out a video was when was it last week? Last week Tuesday, something like that. Or no, the previous week. I don't know when it was, but it was a long time ago. Yeah, I ran into issues. It was funny. I took a bit of a holiday, 2 weeks ago, and um, my girlfriend's a physio. I went to see her, and the second I leave is when all the physio required issues come up. So yeah, it's funny how this happens a lot. Where I guess Murphy's law. That's Murphy's law, isn't it? Yeah. Um, but yeah, I decided to take it slow. And most days I didn't even go in to train. I picking up a bit of cardio, which I was doing last week. I went for a run, a swim, and a spinning session, which I have been doing the spinning sessions. I think they're really great. Just they're intense and it gets the sweat going. Sometimes it's all you need, and it's on a Friday, a good way to end off a work week, and sets you up for a relaxed weekend, which I mean, talking about relaxed weekends, I did another set of super squats, and yeah, I know to say the least, it messed me up. I didn't even think about squatting today. I knew that it was going to be purely deadlifting, but um, I was still it was busy. I haven't been this whole year. I haven't been training during the evening once, just because I mean I end work at 6, and by the time, and I like to wake up a bit early and get training. So that's how I started. And I mean, it's suboptimal for me at least to be training closer when you want to go to bed. You want to rest. You want to get into like a slumber state. And having an intense workout like this is not the way to go before bedtime. And yeah, so I guess tomorrow is going to be, yeah, maybe I'll still wake up early, but then rather I'll see if I'm going to be able to pull in an intense session, because today was good. Today was a um, solid bench. I feel I'm getting stronger. I can feel my body just recovering quicker. I mean, the super squats I did was 20. I did 25. Last time I got to 23 with 90, and this time I got to 25 with 95. I feel I had to push a lot harder, but I mean, at that point, I think you passed RPE 10. You're just pausing in between reps just enough so that you can actually get out, another rep. It's You're not thinking about, oh, do I have one left in reserve? You're just like, well, I've got to 21, and you have to get to 25, or else you're going to die. It's like when you're a kid, and you run in, and the car's going past you, and you say, well, I need to get to that traffic light before the car gets there, or else I'm going to die. So, yeah, it's that state, and it's something that I definitely want to keep on doing. The program mentions 3 times a week, which I don't see that. Um, yeah, so a bit of narrations. This is me now getting to the 100 by 4, and that I did a 4 by 4. Followed by, I felt it wasn't enough volume, so I wanted to pump out 80, which I did after 84, 8. But during my sets, I got to 10, and I figured, hey, 10 is okay. It's reasonable. And I was taking longer rest times just to ensure that, the intensity during the set was proper. So I didn't. During my second set, I only managed 8. So, a bit too much. But I can feel that the contraction's easier. I can push faster, and you know, this is the part of me getting back into training and putting on my strength that I lost during the exam period last year, during exams and holidays and all that stuff. And I mean, holidays, your bad habits come about. So yeah, but I think I'm back on. My diet is very good, very high protein. I'm still trying to lose weight, but it's a work in progress. yeah, so that was my. You can see I paused. I paused at 8, and I was like, you know what, well, what the hell, go for 10, and yeah, next sets I couldn't. So yeah, then came the deadlifts, and oh my goodness, deadlifts were like butter, like butter. I pulled a 190 single, and the this has not happened for a very long time, but the the point of failure was my hands. I could have gone heavier. So here was the 170, and next I go to the 190, which is here, and it felt super easy. I haven't actually watched the video back, but I mean, let me take a look. Like I remember at the end of the set, I shaking my hands because I was like, "Jeepers, it's not. There's no mechanical fatigue. It's all in the little things, the grip. Um, yeah, I like to take my time, I guess, with these things. Um, yeah, I mean, 180 doesn't even move that quickly. If I look at the video, if I look back at last week's or the previous week's where I hit 180, that doesn't even move that quick. So yeah, I pulled a 150 4x4 again. 4x4 is not even a real thing. I just figured, hey, what the hell? That's been basically how I train, and it's been how I train. I don't like sticking to a schedule. I like to just experiment, A/B test, and make things up as I go because I like I prefer to come in every day and still give it as much as I can with given with having that adaptiveness and be able to test the waters and make sure that I'm not overtraining because I'd rather overtrain a little every day, even undertrain, but get the work done every day because it's a long term game and consistency beats I think anything else. I mean, I guess if you're consistently beating the hell out of your muscles 3-4 times a week or once or twice a week for over a year, 2 years, 3 years, then okay, sure. Um, but I guess that style, I haven't really got there yet. Maybe one day when I hit plateaus and all that. But yeah, so it was really nice to get back into it today. It was a very long session. I was in there for about an hour and a half, and yeah, I figured it was a realization. That's hence why I'm here doing the hammy curls. That my hammies are the real detriment and what's keeping me back the most. I've always had hyperextension in my legs, in my arms as well. And I think that's just from the squats and the bench press that has made my triceps and my quads stronger than my bicep counterpart. So, the your leg bicep, your hamstrings, and your bicep brachii, your biceps. And so I decided to spend the next couple blocks, the next couple months, I'd say, just focusing on hammies as much as I can. It's never been a fun thing for me to train. Like same with biceps. Biceps has never been a fun thing for me to train, and so I've just kind of shied away from it since forever. But I see that in order to progress further, because I realize that my squat can be a lot higher. Maybe it's very much as like a social media thing, but it's hard to not notice. People out there that are like 20 kgs lighter than you are squatting like more than double, with maybe not more than double, but squatting more than you, and it shouldn't be possible. So, and I wouldn't say I'm a new lifter. I wouldn't say I'm an advanced, nowhere near, but I'd say I'm like comfortably in the intermediates. So I think it's time I change some of the ways that I usually train just to bring the lagging parts up. And yeah, I think that's just the thing of small things add up. So let's see how much these small things can add up that I change in a couple of weeks. in months. So yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, cheers.